right, this is my Captain America Brave New World review. Buckle up because we have a lot to talk about today. I'm going to talk spoilers on this one because it's just more fun. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, come back after you have. Check the chapter times in the description if you want to skip around to specific topics. Captain America Brave New World is the 35th movie created in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the first of 3 this year. The 4th Captain America film and the first one with Anthony Mackie in the lead instead of Chris Evans. And I see that the numbers aren't looking the greatest when it comes to the Rotten Tomatoes score. I hope that number goes up because I think this is for sure a flawed movie, but it was definitely enjoyable, at least to me. Now, first off, Anthony Mackie as Sam Wilson, Captain America, was the best thing about this movie. I thought he did what he was supposed to do as the star. He killed it with all the action. The dramatic moments were perfect, and he's never been better in this role. And I'm glad Marvel did this. This is the best costume he's had between all his appearances as well. And Harrison Ford was a great Thunderbolt Ross, taking over for William Hurt, who passed away a few years ago. Previously with Ross, we kind of just have gotten a one-note version of him being the gruff general and a thorn in the side of the Avengers. But with Ford's version, he had all of those same qualities, but also moments of likability. It's like he's struggling with being the asshole that we've all known him to be over the years and becoming the better person now that he's become the president. And as you know from the trailers, it all blows up with him becoming Red Hulk. Now, Red Hulk looked great for the most part, and it's crazy how good they are at giving these CG characters some of the facial features of the real actors. He really looked like Harrison Ford in the face. In the scene where he finally hulks out was really dope. He was kicking Cap's ass all over the place. And it was amazing that he was able to just not die. I know that fire is involved in Red Hulk's power set, and I think they could have done more with it, but what they did was really cool. Isaiah Bradley is back from the Falcon and the Winter Soldier series, and the best parts of the story were his. Digging into what he had endured at the hands of the US government, being imprisoned and experimented on for years, being the secret first person to actually be given the super soldier serum. I like that the movie dealt with his anxiety around that. And the scene with him attacking the president was shocking and a great launching point for what happens in the rest of the movie. If I'm talking about what didn't work in this movie, it's just that there was maybe a little bit too much going on. The first thing that I'm going to have to point to is the leader. One, I don't think they even called him that the whole movie, but he was kind of disappointing, maybe even more than the Mandarin in Iron Man 3. I'm frustrated that they used him in a Captain America sequel and not a Hulk sequel. Marvel needs to fix whatever the situation is with Universal so they can make proper Hulk movies again. Their strategy of dealing with the Hulk story elements only in non-Hulk movies is annoying. At the beginning of the MCU, Hulk was probably the biggest character, and he's been eclipsed many times over by every character at this point. But if you were going to have the leader in the movie, he should have been in it more. I thought it was strange how cloaked in the shadows he was for a good chunk of his appearance. I wasn't a fan of the look they chose for him, and I'm wondering if they were maybe hiding it by having him in the shadows. As far as the Red Hulk, I'm not sure why they decided that this was the movie to put the Red Hulk in. Really, same with the leader and the adamantium and the celestial in the ocean. And just as a spectator, I wonder how these things came to be part of this movie in particular. Were they just looking for somewhere to put them? And since this movie was coming up, they just arbitrarily chose it? Or did they need something to add to make this movie a bigger deal than it might have been otherwise? I thought Red Hulk was supposed to have more of a personality other than just rage. He didn't seem like the actual Red Hulk character, but more like the Hulk, but red, and not even as much personality as the regular Hulk. I always thought Ross was supposed to keep his consciousness even when he was in Red Hulk form. If they were gonna make this a kind of Hulk movie, I wish Green Hulk and Ruffalo were in it too, or She-Hulk somewhere. They didn't quite go as far as they could have with those little story beats. I didn't really like the Black Widow character they had. Why did she need to be a Black Widow? I wish they had found a way to involve Hydra just to tie it more into the other Cap movies. And if Isaiah Bradley is in this and he's kind of an old fella, why couldn't old man Steve be in it? He isn't dead. Why have they just like scrapped that character completely? And I was kind of indifferent about the post-credit scene too. It was just the leader talking about different worlds, kind of in the same way Nick Fury famously told Iron Man there were others like him at the end of the first Iron Man movie. I know it seems like I had a lot negative to say, but I really did enjoy this movie. I feel like a lot of the other reviewers are being a little bit hard on it. It might be a middle of the pack movie, but there's plenty of worse movies that are in the MCU and plenty of better ones too. I feel like as a fan base, if all we demand is Avengers Endgame level movies and nothing can be like less than that, then we're going to be in for a lot of disappointment going forward. So let me know what you thought of Brave New World in the comments. And if you like this review, I have another video you might like right here.